It's a bit of a controversial topic, and I know you may have seen something similar to this before, calling out the comparison between owners and renters. There's a lot behind this I'd like to discuss in today's video. Before jumping in, as a reminder, my name is Mike Thornton. I'm a realtor here in the Chicagoland area. Would love to connect with you to talk real estate, or if you have any needs in this area, please reach out. There's a link in our description for a 15-minute discovery call. Also have my phone number there if you want to reach out directly. So let's jump right in. I have my thoughts on this, but would love to hear yours. Is the difference here a mindset driven difference? Is it the fact that real estate really does unlock this magic pill of wealth that a renter can't, take advantage of in other ways? Like a renter can't just go into the stock market and create similar wealth. There's a lot to this. And I think this is a little bit more drastic lately when you think about what's gone on with appreciation in the marketplace. And the interesting thing about appreciation, if you remember, is if you put 5% down, let's just say you had $20,000 to your name and you decided to use that to buy real estate, you might say, okay, I can buy a $400,000 house with this. Great, low down payment, you get into it. Well, if you've done that lately with the low supply that we've had, with the crazy appreciation that we've had, you're basically adding 10% a year almost to your asset column based on the appreciation of that home. And remember, you're not gaining appreciation just on the $20,000 you put in. You're gaining the appreciation on the bank's money as well. So if you own that house in 2020, 21, and 22, all three of those years in most of the country, you had double-digit appreciation, which isn't sustainable, isn't necessarily good, but it's the reality of it. So if you have that $400,000 house, your house is worth $40,000 more each and every year. Now that money isn't necessarily liquid, but it is a wealth consideration as far as like what your net worth is. And so right there, you could have put about $120,000 over 3 years into your asset column. And that is very difficult to duplicate, even if you were to put that same $20,000 into the stock market at a 10% return, because that 10% return is just on the equity that you put into the deal. So that $20,000. So you might have created, let's say, $10,000 of wealth in that scenario versus the 120. And that's why real estate is so powerful, is that if it does appreciate like it typically would over the course of time, you are appreciating on that leverage. So that leverage becomes almost the asset that you can use to build wealth. And that's why some people and wealthy individuals in particular love real estate. And that's why even though they have the cash potentially to purchase something outright, they use the bank's leverage, because if they can appreciate at a higher rate than the interest rate, that spread or that difference is where they're building their wealth. Now, there's more to this, of course. Would love to hear your thoughts. But in my opinion, it's just the power of appreciation off leverage and off the debt, and how that debt lately has become a tool since the homes have been appreciating at such a rapid rate. That makes up the difference here, in my opinion. And there's no other way to really gain appreciation off debt like in real estate. I'd love to hear your thoughts.